Hi, so Charlie giving you Monday's market commentary, and I hope you're very well. Just having a look at the euro dollar here as daily chart. And so it's had this good run down. We've talked about the throw over that it had from the trend channel. It's now broken the lower trend channel line and it's now coming back up. So what we want to look at is probably these prior lows here and the trend channel line, because sometimes a market want to come up to retest the trend channel that's been broken, or quite frequently actually that happens. So we want to keep an eye on that zone. So for swing traders, they may want to be looking at those prior lows or that trend channel line and be looking to short until proven otherwise. So being proven otherwise would be probably a close above these highs here would prove that maybe the euro wants to come back into this channel and then start edging its way higher again. So we'll see about that. But for now, it looks like any rallies will be shorted into by larger players until proven otherwise. But because I do see the potential for euro, I mean it did do that, a couple of hundred pips down, but I still see that there's some potential a bit lower down as well. I mean it did that at that 100-day moving average. It's just a case of whether it's going to roll over. It's not going to happen obviously today. We've got the elections out today, and so with Italy, so it's a case of whether it's how far it's going to go and whether then it's going to roll over. But for now, yeah, look up to those levels and see if it starts being met with resistance and whether it starts to react from that. If that's the case, I'm going to be looking at the intraday charts, the 4-hourly charts and the hourly charts as my heads up for establishing shorts as and when that happens. At the moment, the intraday charts, the 4-hourlies, the hourlies are up, and so no need to do anything for me on that at the moment. But some traders will just look at key technical levels and just say, okay, I'm going to sell into these levels, and that's fine as well. So that's the euro dollar. Let's have a look at the pound. Now the pound it's continued to come on the outside of this trend channel. So again, much like what happened with the euro, at some stage, and we never know when, but at some stage the pound will want to come back up and test that trend channel and come into that trend channel at some stage. So we'll have to keep our eye on that and see what's going to happen. We could probably put another trend channel in play here at the moment, a much steeper one, but this is the bigger overall one which started back from the beginning of January. So for now, trend is most certainly down. We broke on the weekly charts, we broke these prior lows over here, as you can see, so we really broke down quite nicely here, and it does mean that overall there's more potential to the downside, but in the near term it's getting a little bit overcooked to the downside, and we could see a bit of a rally coming. I thought it was going to come last week, but after this candle we had here, but alas not yet. But certainly once I see us outside of a trend channel, then I start saying, well, okay, I'm wary at this stage until market rallies again and starts to mess up that channel, and we can then redefine that channel then. So we'll see how that goes. So have a look at the S&P. S&P again, I've been saying it for a long time now. We've got this trend channel here for the S&P. It may want to come down to test this lower trend channel, but like I keep on saying, overall I would expect the S&P to go up to break those 2007 highs. So I'm still waiting to see when that's going to come in, but overall that's what I see. Yes, the potential is for the S&P to carry on coming down to this trend channel line, but longer term at the moment, that's what I'm looking at. Yes, we had a bearish candle, we're back here last week, and that could mean that we've got more downside to come for a bit, but really unless we break these lows that are all the way down here, then I'm holding out the bullish view for now that we will we're due a correction, a pullback, because look at this huge move we had with virtually no pullback other than like a single day pullback correction or whatever, or very small one. So we were due a bit of a pullback, and it's just a case of whether we're going to go up and go for it now, or whether we're going to consolidate for a while and we'll go up there in a month's time or 2 months' time. Okay, let's have a quick look at gold and oil actually. We don't normally often look at those these days on these updates, but let's have a look, see if I can find the listings down the side. My watch list, let's have a look. Okay, gold. Yes, gold's had a decent move down. We need to almost go out to the higher time frame charts to get a better perspective. Now gold's got obviously these support levels down here, and I think ultimately it's working its way down to them, and then we may get a bounce, I think, from there. So I think it's more likely we'll get a bounce from there, and then if I can bring the pen up, so maybe work our way down to here. I'm not saying straight down, but we'll work our way down, probably then get a bounce, and we'll probably come back up to here, and then we'll get the break. So at the moment overall a bit bearish on gold. And let's have a look at oil lastly. Now oil is, that's the weekly chart of oil. So it's just come down to its lower band on the weekly and the weekly 50. So maybe it's about to bounce as well. It's in this big sort of triangle type pattern, gearing itself up for a big move in one direction or another. And so we just need to keep our eye out on that. So go to the daily chart. And you can see, yes, it's rolled over a little bit, but it's just coming down to test the daily 50 MA, so it's in bounce territory, bounce area now. But it would be nice to see if it is going to carry on rolling over, that they actually reduce the price of petrol at the pumps. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, I shall leave it nice and short and sweet this week for today. Kim will be back on Wednesday, and then I'll be doing live trading as usual on Friday.